just to see my rabbi.
Shalom Aleichem. ברוך הבא. ברוך הבא. שמעתי שכבודו היה במיאמי.
English, Rabbi.
English,
please.
Is there one please, maybe you can tell me something, how the Zohar works in Miami?
First, it's, we can't compare to be in Israel and compare to be in Galut. And there's always, when you go there, you appreciate how it is to come and to be here in Israel. This is no doubt. We had a few shiurim there in the Zohar. One of the shiurim that we had there was in Breslov Center
in Miami?
Yes, in Miami, in Aventura.
Aventura,
yes. And we made this lesson, we started about 9 p.m. until 4 a.m. and then we started the slichot, etc., etc. And one of the things I decided to do is to study Tikkun 47. I didn't tell them it's Tikkun 47, but I started to tell them what is written in the Zohar. So the rabbi said, it's impossible. I said, listen, it's not my word, this is the word. I said, we never heard something like that. I said, okay, you have a Zohar here? So yeah, we have a Zohar. I said, why? Do you read it sometimes? Yeah, we read it every day. We open the book like a new one, like no one opened it never. So I said, Rabbi, let's start together to read. They was sitting like amazing, like the first time they hear the Torah and studying, and they said, it's unbelievable. We never thought this is the, well, we never thought. Read the Zohar, read every day. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You look up to this Tikkun, is no doubt. And when you see it, when you understand it, they were sitting, in the beginning they said, listen, Rabbi, you are from these crazy people who don't sleep at night. We have to sleep. Well, if we want to make slichot, we will leave you about midnight, and we come back like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we continue. I said, okay. But make a spare, no cigarettes, no alcohol drinking if we want to hear the dog. I said, yes, okay. They took everything to the side, they started talking. 3:45. I asked them, do you know what time is it? They said, yes, 12:30. I said, were you sleeping? Look on the watches, 3:45. We started like 10 people and we finished 25. 10 we started, we finished 25. They called everybody coming in, and 3:45 he said, Rabbi, are you ready to continue after Shachrit Shiur? I said, if you're not going to be sleepy, who is going to be sleepy? Like tigers. We're going to be sleepy. I said, you're welcome. We started until midday. So this is how sweet is the Zohar. When you see it, when
people
you smell
hungry.
it, when you
People
taste it, that's it. They don't realize, because this is, oh, these are all secrets. We have done all secret. Read it, and nothing there, not to understand it. So sweet, so important, so very important things that we miss them sometimes and we don't understand it. So this is few of them. I was in Safra.
Safra, yes.
And Safra.
Aventura.
After the morning praying, they said, we have a shiur. Will you come there to give some speech there? I said, yes, why not? Oh, I'm not gonna. It's not my speech. It's the Torah, whatever Zohar says. I'm just passing it to him because it's nothing news. I have no news for mine. It's not for me. So there I said, just a little bit, just like this for our prayer. It was about 25 people. I said, Rabbi, how much time do I have? I said, 10 minutes. I said, listen, to be true, honest, 10 minutes, we're just warming up. I'd like to start. Give me like 45 minutes. Now, 45, everybody will go. They have, I don't know, work, they have things to do. I said, okay, I will start, but I'm not responsible when it's going to be finished. If I feel everybody left, I'll stop. Or if not, I'm going. I said, let's make a deal. As long as they sit, we'll continue. So what to do? I decided to say 48. I started 48. It took 45 minutes. Nobody moved. Everybody was sitting there, listening there, and I said, okay, guys, we have to finish. So what if it, can you continue? I said, I will continue, but you are in a hurry. Now the rabbi is impatient, want to go. And then they said, are you coming back? I said, we'll come back. So it's mean again, we see how they are, I can say they're thirsty. They're thirsty. There is a place there to run and to do and to put the Zohar on the table and let people know the Zohar. So you tell them, okay, read. I have people that I'm in contact with them by daily reading. They have questions, they're coming back. Not every day, but they're coming back once a week, once every 10 days with a question. You see that they are really going in and that gets good results. So from our point of view, it's mean we have to continue pushing and bring it on the table and pronounce it and announce it and bring it there on the table. Just let them taste it. I have no doubts. The more we do it, the more we see the Zohar. This is the Zohar itself. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is doing it. When I'm just a shaliach, I bought it there, put it on the table. If you're not giving it to me, I have nothing to give there. So I get it from you, I give it to them. That's what I have. Okay, we'll come back. We start with Rav Hashem this week, Tikkun 47. And we try to go slowly. And I know it's part of the parasha of last week, which is the parasha Bereshit. And we'll try slowly. If you have any questions, try to keep it to the end. We're going to do the best. If not, I'll try as much as I can to do it. בראשית בראשית, ודאי יומה שתיתאה, יתמר בי, ויהי ערב ויהי בוקר יום השישי. ככה תלת אומנים תניינן. אומן חד, אפיק נאומים בימה רביעה. דאבו תליין ביומה קדמה להתמר באור. אומנה תניינה, אפיק לחשה ממיה, הדה עוד הכתיב ושרצו המים. ודאבה תליה ביומה תניינה, להתמר במים. הדה עוד הכתיב, והיא רקיע בתוך המים. אחם היה ואחם היה. אומנה תלתאה, לקבל ביומה תלתאה, להתמר בתדשי הארץ דשא 10 מזריע זרע למינו, והתמר ביום שתיתאה פור ורבו מילאו את הארץ. מהי מילאו את הארץ? אלא היא דאבת יבשה ביומה תלתאה, התמר אחר מילאו את הארץ. Let's stop here because we are running and we have, Baruch Hashem, a lot to understand. So the Zohar says, as it started, Bereshit. And what he's doing, he split Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai the word Bereshit into two words, Barashit. It means in 6 days he created everything. But we can understand it in this way, and to say another way is when we say Barashit, it means he created the 6. What is the 6? The 6th day. And that's the reason that he's saying, the Torah says, Vay'erev vayhi boker yom hashishi. It's different from the whole week, because it said Bayom HaRishon, Bayom Sheni, Vay'erev vayhi boker yom shlishi, but only Friday he said hashishi. That's the only day. So the Zohar asking us why. Why is that? Why is bringing to that? And the Zohar said there are three arts. These 3 arts is basically how the world is created. And they have first and second. It's been primary and secondary artists. And how we can see it. It's written that in the 4th day, God asked to create the lights in the sky. The Zohar asking, wait, stop. If that's what it is, what's happened in the first day? In the first day said, Vayer Vayiboker, no, Vayer Elokim Yehiyo. So God created the light in the first day. So what is the fourth day? Well, it's double things. If we have the lights already, what is creating these things in the sky to bring us the lights? The Zohar says no. It means that the first day when he created the light was created in the world. But what's happening in the fourth day, he taught the light from the first day, you create the lights in the sky to be able to give us lights. So this means the primary is what's happened in the first day. And the secondary from the first day is what's happened in the fourth day. So that God gives us, we see Oman Rishon, Oman Shini. That's what we see, we both of them. If I look at that and I ask myself, what God really created in the world? Basically, we can say three things: light, water, and earth. That's it. No more. All the rest is coming from that. If I take the first pasuk of the Torah, and we ask the question, it says there, "Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz." In Hebrew, we can ask the question, why? Because we can say a different sentence, and would it be correct too? Bereshit bara Elokim shamayim va'aretz. It's true. Both of them is the same meaning. The Zohar said, no, stop, no. Why not? Because in the first he said, Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the second one we said, Bereshit bara Elokim shamayim va'aretz. It means sky and earth. What's the difference? The difference is the et. What is et? Et is mean from A to Z, from Aleph to Taf. Et HaShamayim, it means the Shamayim and everything that's including the Shamayim. I don't understand what he does, I have no idea. When he said et haaretz in everything that includes the Aretz. And in a minute we'll see it, how it's working. Now, we see another example. In the fifth day, God said to the water, וישרצו המים שרץ נפש חיה, ועוף יעופף על פני ערכי השמיים. What does that mean? It means that God asking the water, you create from yourself the shratzim that come out from the water. So it's meant the second day when he created the water, and we see the water there, the water give from himself. So we see Uman Rishon is the water. Uman Sheni is the shratzim that come out from the water.
The shratzim is the what? Birds, fish?
The shratzim is everything that the water is giving out from itself.
All kind of chayot, all kind of animals, anything.
From the water directly?
In the water. In the water we have everything in the
water.
If
I might say, I don't mean that, but because I just will give an example from this world, not from what the Bible said. Just from this world, is like the shrimps, is like all everything comes from the water itself. It's the dirt on the bottom of the sea, and I understand it, but it's coming from the water itself. We see on the fifth day, God says, "Tatshe haaretz deshe esel bazrei hazera es pri oseh pri asher zaro bo lemina." What's happening? I'll try to say it in English. I hope that our English will have enough words to express that in English. But God said to the earth, grow up grass that has seeds inside, and different kind of trees that have fruits, and the seeds are inside of the fruit. Oh, what do you mean? That the earth has to grow. Why the earth has to grow? Maybe they have to grow by themselves. Why God did it himself, grow the grass and grow the trees? He should say, grow up and they will grow. That's it. Vayver Elokim, and that's it. Why he said the earth, you grow them up? It means what? The Uman Rishon was he created the earth. The second he said the earth, you grow them up, not me. You just give the command to the earth. It means inside of the earth, it was already the seeds. And the earth had the power to be able to grow the trees and all the grasses and etc. They had this responsibility. So we see, basically God created three things. Light, water, and earth. Which each one of them include everything inside. Like we see when it comes to the animals, God said to the earth, create nefesh chaya. Matotze haaretz nefesh chaya l'limtor, and etc. So the earth came out from, he said the earth bring out the animals from himself. So this is what the Zohar explaining us. We have a Uman Rishon, we have the Uman Sheni. We have the primary artist and the secondary artist. On the primary, this is what already happened in the first 3 days. And the secondary was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What's created from the first day, first 3 days. That's what the Zohar says. When he said, "Yishetzu Mayim v'da'avat Talia b'yomat Tanyana," that's what we said before, that the water came out from the sea, from where? For what's happened in the second day. This is where we go. And then, I already explained what is all about the grasses and about the trees. Now, when you come there, it's written there that the God says to the Ophot, to the
birds. Ophot. Ophot the birds?
It's kind of birds, but okay. He said birds, and I will explain it in a minute. What's the meaning is? He said to them, he told them, "Pru urvu umilu et haaretz." Pru urvu, it means create more than yourself. Umilu et haaretz, fill up the earth. The Zohar says, what does that mean? Umilu et haaretz. What is that? What is meant to fill up the earth? So he come to the point and asking and said, well, when you come to there, we know that the birds, we call it birds, the ofi ofef al pnei hamayim, that's the angels. And angels, they have now a mission.
What?
They have a mission.
Mission?
מה זה מישן?
Something you have to do.
משימה.
משימה.
יש להם תפקיד.
משימה.
משימה, תפקיד.
And he's telling them, מילאו את הארץ. God says, what the angels have to fill up there, what they're going to make pru urvu like we think pru urvu. No. Not at all. Not at all. What's happened? God says, יקבו המים במקום אחד ותראה היבשה. It's mean, in English, God said to the water, come to one place. Now, when the water is going to one place, what's happening in another place? It gets dry. From the word in Hebrew, yavesh. Why? There is an earth and there is no water in there, it gets dry. Now, the Zohar says, is that really meaning about water? Are we talking about water upstairs? There. Not here, there. Is that really water? The answer is no. There is no water, and there is no water and no Torah. So what is in the Torah? You're going to be in certain places. But all the others, that there is no Torah, it's dry. If it's dry, you have to fill them up. With what? With כבוד השם, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. To fill up with the honor of God, so any place it's a how.
The yabasha, you need to fill in below כל הארץ כבודו?
Yes.
Because in the water you have no.
You already have it, it's there, but all the others is already dry. Fill it up. How are you going to fill it up? Now he said, Percy said prove. He said, how we can prove? So the answer is very easy. When we are saying the Torah, we are creating angels. So he told them, do that. Now prove. More you say the Torah, you feel you have more. This is the proof. You have more angels coming in, but it's not enough. You have to fill up the words, the upper word, with Kvod Hashem. You say how? He said, look what the angels, what the seraphim, what they will do. You do the same. I'll say, okay, what are they doing? I will say what we are saying every day. נקדישך ונעריצך. כמו מי? כמו שרפים מלאכי מעלה. And what are they doing? Looking right and looking, saying to this and saying to this and saying what? Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. You do the same. So the angels come and say, well, I understand that. I will do it as the Seraphim is doing, it's fine. But we said, היכן מקום כבודו להעריצו? Where is the place that I am going to admire and to going to admire God? He said, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. Any place you go, any place you do that, you fill up with the honor of God. So this is the mission they have. Said, "Pu v'u milui ta'aretz." That is what I said. That's what we said. This is their mission. This is in our end. This our mission is the same. This is what we have to do. But now he told them, when God creates Adam, later on in Friday, he told him the same thing. "Pu v'u ומילאו את הארץ וירדו בגת הים." Now I don't know what is the Gat Hayam. I have to understand.
What is the connection?
Huh?
What is the connection? We live in the Surat. It's okay. It's kavod.
ולא כל הארץ כבודו. It's the same. Look what the angel is doing. You do the same.
Right. This is good. And now what to say?
וירדו בגת הים. That's the question. That's it. Now we said, what is Gat Hayam? Gat Hayam is the fishes. Now we said, who is the fishes? Who is the fishes coming out from the water? There is the tzaddikim, the shmot tzaddikim. And you are going to control them. Why? Because you are higher than them.
The angels are higher?
No, Adam is higher.
Adam, okay.
Adam is higher. If you have, we have a chumash.
Precious?
I have to read two psukim just to understand, because sometimes we are so, I can talk about myself, I'm not talking about no one else. ויאמר אלוקים, ישרצו המים שרץ נפש חיה ואופי עופף על הארץ על פני רקיע השמיים. I will try to translate. God says, this is Ma'amar, in all Bereshit, in all 6 days, we have 2 important steps. I can say 2 important words, and this is act. One is Vayivra, it means the God creating the upper world, and the second is Vayas. So, Vayas.
The
First one,
Vayivra.
Vayivra. He created in the upper world in Olam HaBriah. And the second word is Vayas Be'olam HaAsiyah. 2 different things, totally 2 different words. We never think it's the same place, it's 2 different places, not equal. So we have to be careful. When he says, Vayomer, it means B'ma'amar HaBoreh, that God says and it's happened, in the end he said Vayichem. Vayichem. It's happened. Now let's see what's happening. Vayomer, it's God's words. It means it's in the upper world. ישרצו המים שרץ נפש חיה ועוף יעופף על הארץ על פני רקיע השמיים. Fine. We studied before that there is a shaman and a rakia inside. That's what happened there. So God said to the water, you created the shratzim. You bring them out. Not even that, the nefesh chaya, you bring it out. And the birds, the off, they're going to fly and going to be above the shaman. Fine. Until now we can understand.
It's
Everything
also
is clear.
coming from the water.
Huh?
Also the water, maybe.
Is everything from the water is coming out. So the angels came from the water. What do you mean the angels came from the water? We said there is no water, Ella. Torah. So when you said the Torah, we create the angels. So the angels come from the water. And they are going to fly to be above the sky. Now we understand it. Let's assume, I hope you understand what I said. So now it's clear. Now the question is, the second one is important, it's very interesting. The second pasuk saying, ויברא אלוקים את התנינים הגדולים, ואת כל נפש החיה הרומסת אשר שרצו המים למיניהם, ואת כל עוף כנף למינו, וירא אלוקים כי טוב. What's the question? Now God creates the what?
Vayivra.
ויברא.
Not to it. Okay.
ויברא. When he said ויאמר, it's happened. It's happened. Now God, he said, what he said, ויברא. ויברא אלוקים את התנינים הגדולים, which I don't understand what it is. I just can say I know what is taninim, but why God decided not to bring the taninim? Where is the understanding? It's really the taninim, or is something else? Is it really this animal, or it's only a name for something? The answer is it's a name for something. But I will leave it. It's a name for something.
A name for something.
Name for something.
זה שם של משהו.
שם של
כרגע
משהו.
לא נכנסנו לזה כמו שאמרנו את העופות והבנו שזה מלאכים, אבל כרגע נשאל את העניינים ואני אגיד לך.
Wait, this is a class in English.
English.
There's got to be a class in English, not Hebrew.
I didn't say what I said in English.
That's what I'm saying. We got to say it in English. Everything now went to Hebrew.
I didn't say in Hebrew nothing. What do you want? Don't kill me.
כתוב וישלך את המטה שהיה לתנינים.
It's an English class, not a Hebrew.
This is an English class. Now you talk English.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says in Sefer, in the book of Shmois, it says וישלך that Moshe threw the stick. What's the word? The stick that became to a tanin, a lizard. So
It's not the same.
המטה שהיה לתנין. כאן יודעים שתנין זה נחש.
Not the same, Zohar.
Something else.
Sorry. We're talking about creating the upper world, Olam Haba. I can say like, nobody here, or they don't hear me. I said, this is something. So we'll leave it on the side. I'm not going into that. But now we said the Taniyim Agdolim. Now we can understand what he's talking about. Ve'et kol nefesh achaya. I can understand now he creates the nefesh. He creates the nefesh achaya ha'omeset asher shachzu hamayim, which means that all the water was created then. And then again he's saying that the angels the call of kanaf lemineu v'ayar Elokim kitu. Oh, what do you mean? Why the Torah give you the same things twice? It's twice. First he said that, and then he said he created them. Fine. The water, you bring them out, I love you. Excellent. Fine. What now you create them? Why you have to create them? If the water brought them out, and they're out already, what is going to create? What they have to create? Only the Zohar. Anytime I come to that, I'm getting excited. What he says? He's saying that he put inside of this, what the water give them? The body.
The what?
The body. The goof.
A goof.
The body. Okay.
But again, not here, there.
Yeah,
But they have to have what?
So
The soul that is coming from the higher place and go into them. Now he said Vayivra. Well, how we see it? Do you know any angels that they have with the name El into that? Of course. Raphael, Michael, Gabriel. The Zohar says if Chas v'Chalila you take the El out, it's like the body without the soul. Here it is. Here it is. This is what the Zohar says. Look on these two psukim, how sweet they are. And he brought them and he just opened it for us to be able to understand what? That really the angels have a higher soul. That's the reason they want to have the Torah. That's the reason they can study the Torah as we study it. Of course they cannot practice it. Fine. We'll leave it this bargain. Bezat Hashem with Moshe Rabbeinu will come by the end of the year. We'll talk why it's happened there. But now we understand that God created them and brought them, how He brought them to the higher level that He gave them in the Shema. And He said, Vayivra.
to the angel, they have a soul?
It's like a sword. God parts that inside of them. When you, what the name is, what name of something, what does that mean? What does that mean? If I say Michael, okay, so we call him Micha, fine. Why call him El? Don't add the El into that. The Zohar says if you don't put it, it's like a body without a soul. They have to have this part from God. This is part of it. By that you can understand how things happen upstairs there. How important it is and how things is happening and how God really, everything like a puzzle. Puzzle that the meaning is for us that every step in these 6 days have long-term meanings. It's not something locally for that meaning. It's long-term meaning, forever. And what does Zohar say? That in the 6 days, it's like the 6 steps to come to the chair, to the Kisei HaKavod. This is how they are. Step by step, we're going in. So if that's what it is, what's happened? Why not only 3 days? If everything coming from the first 3 days, and the second 3 days is only I can say the secondary action after the first 3 days, so I just account the first 3 days. This is the important ones. The answer is no. Why? Because they have to have going by step by step by step. Because each step has a meaning for later on. And each step has an action to be able to create let's give you an example. And the example is that God told the earth, you grow the grass with the seeds. You grow the trees that have a fruit with the seeds inside. Fine. If it's happened there, it has to happen here too, in this earth. Because whatever he did there, he did to here too. So I have in mind, that yes, absolutely, there's no question. It's happened here too. The Torah says no. Absolutely no, it didn't happen. You say, why? Why didn't it happen? If it's happened there, it should be happened here. When he created the earth there, he created the earth here. If the earth there include everything into that, this earth including everything too. So if something happened there, the same happened here. The Lord says, no, don't run. Don't run. It's not obviously what's happened there, it's happened here. And the Torah says, look on this pasuk. וכל שיח השדה טרם יהיה בארץ, וכל עשב השדה טרם יצמח, כי לא הכיר השם אלוקים על הארץ, והאדם עדיין לעבוד את האדמה. He said, don't imagine. No. The grass didn't grow up and the tree didn't come out. He gives the reason, but it doesn't matter. First we need to understand this step that we saw it there didn't happen here. It's have a reason? Yes, he gave us the reason too. The Torah gives us the reason too. Why? Because there is no Adam that is going to work. Why there is no Adam? Because there is no rain is coming in. What does that mean? What's the difference between these two cases? We understand from the pasuk two things. First thing we understand that the earth in the upper world, he will grow by himself the grasses, the fruits, the trees, by Adam needs. Adam needs. If the earth will feel or hear, the Adam says, I want an apple, immediately the earth will grow up an apple for him. Adam will not do nothing. Or he can say, I want to have, I don't know, apple, or I don't want to have any other thing that he wants, the earth will grow it for him immediately.
זה בראשית.
Of course. No, here, upstairs. But here the Torah said, it didn't happen because there is no Adam that is going to work the land and to grow them up. What's the difference? There the earth did the job by itself. Here Adam have to make it. Here there is no Adam. If there is no Adam, there is no reason there is going to be anything there. Not even that. There, the earth grow up by itself. Here, what they need? Rain. If there is no rain, there is no grass. If there is no rain, there is no trees. If there is no rain, there is no fruit. Different philosophy. Totally different point of view. So that's the reason the Torah take us slowly. Isn't what the Zohar says? Don't take everything as obvious. Look on the reasons, and every step we go in, we have a reason. So the question that Zohar asking us to let us clear more deeply inside the reasons for every step that the Torah is taking us.
So
Now-
it
yeah.
creates, God don't create Adam up in בעולם העליון? Only this world? Because you say what you have up, you have down.
Yes.
So if you
We
have,
think everything that when we have done.
so,
That's what we always say.
so,
But not everything that happened there happened here.
oh,
That's what I proved.
לדוגמה, for example, let's say בעזרת השם בסייעתא דשמיא that the Beit HaMikdash, the temple, is built in Shamayim, but still not built here yet. When it's let's say it's about to be completely built, but it's not yet built here. So what there is in Shamayim, not yet is here.
Yeah, you can look at that from that point too.
Yeah, another.
But in the minute, this time we're talking about what we have in the parasha.
There's other things in this. In this, the Gemara said, with your mitzvahs, you build the Beis HaMikdash here. Then the Beis HaMikdash coming down. When you finish with the mitzvahs, if you learn Zohar, the Beis HaMikdash coming down.
בעזרת השם.
But I this is now you build the Beis HaMikdash. This is the building of the Beis HaMikdash.
אשר ברא אלוקים לעשות. that in this
Like
world
this
צריך
חלום,
עשייה, צריך התעוררות דלתתה בשביל...
No, מה שבא לנו לעשות, then we have to understand this pasuk. You're walking on a big mokesh now. It's a big bomb. Slowly. We're coming to Friday. And I'm following just the Zohar, but I want to read it from the Bible. The Zohar says, and he take us another example. As we said, primary and secondary. And he said, חד נעשה אדם בצלמנו כדמותנו, ותעניינה ויברא אלוקים את האדם בצלמו. Primary is, the God says, נעשה אדם בצלמנו כדמותנו, and the secondary is, ויברא אלוקים את האדם.
What's that mean in English?
Sorry?
What's that translate into English, what you just said?
Very well, give me some down.
That's what I'm going to do.
Ah.
Give me a second to open the Torah because I want to read it from there. Not because I don't think it's not good. Yeah. ויאמר אלוקים נעשה אדם בצלמנו כדמותנו וירדו בדגת הים ובעוף השמיים ובבהמה ובכל הארץ וכל הארץ הרומס על הארץ ויברא אלוקים את האדם בצלמו צלקים ברא אותו זכר ונקבה ברא אותו. Now I want to understand these two psukim. First God says let's be pure. Let's make an Adam.
נעשה אדם, make אדם.
Make it in the lower world. Here, in עולם העשייה. לעשות. And then he gives me some missions what to do. And the next pasuk said, God create in עולם הבריאה ויברא את האדם בצלמו, like on the same shape, on like he look like,
כביכול.
בצלמו בצלם אלוקים ברא אותו is he create him, male and female create them. This is the two sentences. The Zohar says, first is where? On earth. Second is up there.
נעשה אדם, this is the air. נעשה אדם.
נעשה אדם here in the earth.
ויברא אלוקים את זה.
ויברא is there.
Up.
Now the Zohar asking, wait. We have a problem. We have a question. Everything that happened until now, first created, and then he made. Create and made. And the Adam is the opposite. He made them and then created them. How come? Why? Why he came to the point that first he made him and then he created him?
אולי כן מוקדם ומאוחר בתורה.
No, אין פה שאלה מאוחר. There's no question about it.
And the pasuk you have like this. נעשה אדם, אחר כך ויברא.
Huh?
After this ויברא.
Yes.
עכשיו נדבר.
Yes, that's the question. Why?
start up with downstairs.
לא, זה לא.
התערותא דלתתא, שמולידה מהתערותא דללה.
נחמד. Now we said, Zohar asked the question, so where? What's the reason? All the world,
לא.
the source is there. And I remind you a story, not a story, that was written that when Bnei Israel was in the Ma'amad Sinai, the mountain become above them. And they say, if you accept it, fine. If not, you will die. So why? Why you want to kill them? The answer is not, you don't want to kill them. When the Sinai mountains understood that that's the time he's going everything, he want to go back to his source. Where is the source? There. He want to come back to his source. So he created, he come there. If you accept it, he will go there. If you don't accept it, he'll fall down on you. The whole world, the source is there, and here's the secondary. Only the man is opposite. Adam is opposite. The source is here and secondary is there. Why? The Zohar says two things there. Very interesting. First he said, fine. When he put him first on the earth, he can grow up and go higher and higher by his wishes. But God says, I will take you there. If you keep it right, you stay there. But if not, you go lower. And then lower. Hari says that each time that he made any fault, his heights get lower and lower. So God put him first on the earth and then on Vayivra, on Olam HaBriah, on the highest place that you can reach. And he said, that's the best place for you. And that's where we're going to stay.
So אבל הוא לקח את אותו, did הקדוש ברוך הוא took the physical body that he created here for Adam and put it in Olam HaBriah, in Gan Eden, or he just took his soul and put it in Olam HaBriah? In physical, it's like Eliyahu Hanavi, that's it.
No, I will tell you what Rabbeinu Ari says, and I'll try to explain. Rabbeinu Ari said his legs was in Olam HaAsiyah, and his head was in Olam HaBriah.
Like Moshe Rabbeinu.
Like Moshe Rabbeinu. So each time that he made a mistake, he took him one word down, and one word down. Hitma'ata kumato, until he came here. What happened? This is what happened. Unfortunately, but this is what happened. But he gives them the option. He gives them the way to choose where he wants to be. The whole world don't have a choice. They just follow what they have. That's it. Now we can see the act of Adam, how important it is by his wishes. And I want to clarify one point here. And a lot of people, and some even Kubalim, have kind of different understanding for that. And I want to open it. It's not here in the text. I want to open it and to explain it. For obviously, we always have Midat Adin, unless we're going to have Midat HaRachamim that will bring it. If you don't bring Midat HaRachamim, or you don't bring a Chesed, you have Din Muchlat. That's the rule. And this is how the world is created. Now, Aramak asking the question, why? What's the reason for that? Why God, in these chapters which you're reading now, created in this way? And I'll put it in a kind of story. And that's not because it's like that, it's only to be able us to understand it. And I'll say it like a story. When God created Adam, He gave him the whole Torah. He had everything. He said, you know, you are my son, here's your wife, your second half is going to be your second part, that already we know in Yom Kippur, we separate them, we brought them together, they bring Sfaim, everything is working, now it's you, go and get the Shabbat. She said, fine, what I'm going to make for him? Make a Shabbat for him. What is זמנם של עונתן של צדיקים? חצות הלילה. מתי? ערב שבת. He said, fine. What do you want to do? To accept Shabbat earlier. There's still light outside, you want to make a kiddush. She was in a hurry. And she made them the wine. She squeezed the wine, but she didn't filter it well. So the shmarim, I don't know what to say, how does it called shmarim in English? The shmarim was in the wine.
See the skin?
No. What the stain? The
No,
wine.
not the skin. What inside of the
wine
grape?
stain.
Pulp? The pulp?
The wine stays
It's
a
like
long
a pulp.
time. You have done yes.
Right.
It came into the wine, and of course, more you have them in, you have more alcohol. He drank that. and it's true. By that, he made a small mistake. And he made ביתת עונתה, לא בעונתה. Earlier than that time. But the whole world was waiting for midnight. That's the time the whole Shfaim, the Chasadim is coming down. So he did something wrong. God came to him, he said, Allah, what are you doing? He said, listen, it's not me. She didn't filterize the wine, I can't do it. He said, okay, you know what? Stop. Let's take you to some other place. And he took him to Gan Eden. He said, stay here. Don't walk. Don't do nothing. Just keep the place. What do you mean keep the place? Can you just study Torah? That's it. I don't want you to create angels. Don't do nothing. Not prove nothing. Don't do nothing. Just sit here. Just do me one favor. You see this tree? Don't eat from that tree. I'll bring your wife to be with you. Everything will be fine. But don't eat from this tree. But you have to be careful. If that will not happen, if you eat from that tree, you're going to die twice. This is the risk you take. Because I'm not going to run after everything that you're doing, and I'm going to run after you. He said, fine, I promise you, like I did in Yom Kippur, from now on, believe me, I am the angel. I'm going to be the best son of the world, no mistakes, and that's what I'm doing every Yom Kippur.
Where is the wife, or was...
What?
Where is the wife?
So this is first Chava or second Chava?
There is no second Chava, there is only one Chava.
Ah.
There is one Chava, there's one Chava in Gan Eden. That's it. Now she's with him, sitting there, and she brought him the trees to eat, and he made the mistake, and he ate what he's not supposed to eat. And God came to him immediately and said, Adam, what's happened? Where are you? I said, I'm here. I said, where is the Shekhinah? I said, no, don't ask me. Ask her, did you eat from the tree that you're not supposed? He said, yes, but not me. Ask my wife. She gave it to. Again, you going to your wife. Again, you blame her. Where is your responsibility? I said, listen, stop. I'm not going to run after you. From now on, I'll give you a friend. A holy friend. Holy, absolutely from the holy side. He is going to be with you 24 hours. Whatever you say yes, he say no. Whatever you say right, he say left. You have to be sure what you want. If you know what you want, you force him to do your wishes. I'm not going to fight with you anymore. That's it. You take yourself whatever you wish to go. Don't come to and tell me he did it. I'm telling you from now. Your wishes is very important for me. I will fill up any wish you want. Come to me and tell me I want to thief. You want help, I will help you. I will help you to thief. You will kill someone, I will help you to kill someone. You want to help someone, I'll let you help. I'll fill up your wishes, but you have to know you are responsible for your wishes. That's it. I'm not going to run after you anymore. That's the system we have today. If we did the mitzvah, we get the shefa. We didn't done it, we get the din. Very easy. So now it's in our hands. Now we have to fight whatever we wish, and we have to convince our friend that this is what I want. That's how God gave us the keys to be able, that's what the Ramak is opening for us, and the Zohar is opening for us, to be able to understand this everything. Now we are the pilots. We have everything in our hand. Wherever we go, whatever we do, it's like I had in my mind that God sent the Shekhinah to the Galut. This is what I had in my mind. Why? Because one day I opened the Zohar, and Tikkun said, I'm running, I cut my head, I said, Yitzchak, you stupid. What does Zohar say? What does Zohar, listen, what does Zohar say? He came to eat the tree. The Shekhinah saw him and said, Adam, you want to eat that? He said, yes, my wife gave it to me. He said, listen, I'm not part of this party. Sorry, I'm out. She left him. She left him. He started to eat. The soul came to him. He said, Adam, you want to eat? He said, yes. My wife gave it to me. He said, I'm sorry, I'm not part of this game. I'm out. I cannot make something that is against God's word. I'm leaving you. He wants to eat, and he cannot eat. Why? Because they are coming from two different worlds. He is coming from Olam Yitzirah, and the tree is coming from Olam Asiyah. So he wants to eat them, but he can't. But he had the wish. God came to him and said, Adam, what do you want? He said, I want to eat them. He said, this is what you want? He said, yes. He destroyed the worlds, took him down to be able to eat the tree. Now what? The Shekhinah said, I'm sorry, I can't leave my son there alone. If he went downstairs, I'm going there too. So the Torah says, Adam is responsible that the Shekhinah came to this world. He made it. He is the one that was responsible that she left that world and came here is because of me. So I am the reason. I am the result. I put that, this means my action brought the Shekhinah leave the place and come to this world and to be said wherever it is now in the Galut. I get excited to be able to just how much power God gave us in our hand and how much we can change the world by small things that we think is nothing, but really we're destroying worlds. Yes.
The Rav said Hashem gave Adam, Rishon, a friend to be
Yes.
down here.
Yes.
And so if Adam says right, the friend says left.
Yes.
So who's the friend? The Shekhinah?
No. Yetzirah.
Oh.
Well, how come the Rav said it's from the pure side?
Yes, it is from the Binah.
Yetzirah is from the pure side.
We call it Yetzirah because we don't like it. But really think. If I'm a son coming to my father, I say, Father, listen, I want to buy 2 kilo marijuana. Why not? I have a wish. My father would tell me, Yitzchak, you really want it? I said, yes. If my father will fill up my wishes, he's a good father or bad father?
Bad.
Bad father. Fine. But if I come to him and say, Father, I want to buy Shas, and he fill it up immediately, he's a good father. Why? Because he did what I want to. So if he do everything that I want to, he's not good for me. He's the worst father in the world. We say in the Chinuch, if you have only love, in the end it's going to be hate. If you love your son, give him everything that you want, you hate him. But if you love him, he had to have a yirah. He has sometimes telling him yes, sometimes telling him no. Whatever is good for him, yes, whatever is good, tell him no. But if you don't want to make that, and you every time that you try and you come with wishes, sharp it. Work with him to understand that he knows what he's doing. Give him an opposite reaction and to see what you think.
אבל כתוב, it says in תהילים, זומם רשע לצדיק, כתוב, צופה רשע לצדיק זומם לאמיתות. מי זה רשע? זה יצר הרע, that wants to kill the person. How could it be from all sides?
Don't say that. I'm telling you what the Zohar said. I can't say that. Sorry, I can't say that the Yetzer Hara is not Rasha. Yetzer Hara is opposite of your wishes, of whatever you think or you want. He's not coming against you. He's coming to clarify your wishes. If you don't know what you want, you have a problem. Because he will take you to the wrong place that you don't want to go. If you know what you want, you will not listen to it. This Yetzer Hara idea is to sharp my wishes. To be strong that I'll know exactly what I want. If you're like this, you say, okay, you know, he know how to come to you. And I say, you know, Yitzchak, you like ice cream. Well, just take two. And I say, listen, I have 70 pounds overweight. I want to lose them. You just taste it a little bit. He's going to convince me. But if I know what I want, I say, listen, my friend, leave me alone, goodbye, bye-bye. I'm not going to eat it. It doesn't matter what you say. That's it, fine.
And then the Yetzer Hara working for you, he helping you.
Absolutely.
The Rav said
If
that
you win him, he help you.
the Rav said that we caused, Adam caused the Shekhinah to descend to the earth. Is that good or is that bad? The Shekhinah came down to the earth.
Look, for the Shekhinah is bad because this is not her place. She's supposed to be there.
שכינתה בגלותה.
אז למה בית המקדש היה עניין? Why the purpose of בית המקדש that was meant to be built is to bring the Shekhinah down, and not to bring it up.
No, it's a different. You want to give us a house to stay there.
Yes.
Now where is she? In the earth. In the earth. She's sitting someplace in the earth. No house. And this is what we want. This is what she worth to get from us. The answer is no.
שכינה אצל בתי גדולי ישראל.
מה זה אם מוכן לשבת על הכיסא? השם make אדם is going to sit in the כיסא?
No. It's okay.
Maybe this מדרגה, this
The
high
idea-
degree?
Fine. Let me explain that, Rabbi. What's the idea?
What's the
He
question?
told them,
The question is, the Zohar said, Hashem make אדם בצלמו, you know how to say it's in English,
כתוב,
ואם מוכן לשבת על הכיסא, אדם is ready to sit in the כיסא, כיסא הכבוד.
שאדם מוכן בכיסא.
This is Zohar said. And it said, like he said, ויעבר אלוקים מסעודו בצלמו, make him the same צלם אלוקים.
והווי אלוקים,
מסעודו בצלמו, זה in עולם הבריאה. ויברא אלוקים מסעודו.
he said like this, God blessed him, Adam. And he said, ויברך אותם אלוקים ויאמר להם, פרו ורבו ומילאו את הארץ וכבשוה, ורדו בדגת הים ובעוף השמיים ובכל החיה העומסת על הארץ. What is it? It means that God gave the Adam the power to control the angels, to control the upper worlds, the animals, everything he can control. What in the other hands? What's the angel's mission is? To fill up God's wishes. But if Adam will be able to command the angels what to do, so he's sitting on the chair of God to control the upper world.
This is the meaning.
That's the meaning. That's why he created in the upper world.
So Rav, just to go back to what you were saying though, initially this opposite angel or whatever it was that was sort of not integrated into Adam, and it was something on the outside of him. Whatever he wanted, it would do to go to the opposite, and then through the eating, it integrated into him. It became part of his system.
This part was not active inside of him, was already all the time outside of him. But they never talked to him directly, and they could not talk to him at all. Could not. Because they had big distance between them. When he ate the tree...
But not with the wife.
Sorry?
The distance wasn't with Chava though.
Now we have to understand here. I didn't want to go there, but if you ask, I will answer. What's the difference between the Adam and Chava? Adam came from Olam HaYetzirah, and Chava came from Olam HaAsiyah.
And that's where this other force was from?
Now, what we see it in the sentence, Vayas Hashem Elokim. כתוב, the sheep came from the lowers. Vayas.
Vayas is Kendam.
No, she came from Olam HaAsiyah. And she knows what does that mean, the Ta'avot. She had already that. That's why when she looked on the tree, she said, Ta'ava ula'inayim, yafo ula'mar'eh, because she already know what is that. She came from there. So now, when he ate it, he take her into himself. Now, there is a pronunciation of Rav Reuveny says, why it's written, Vayitzer Hashem Elokim et ha'adam, afar min ha'adama. Vayitzer, it's written in two Yudim. Why? So they said, Yetzer HaTov and Yetzer Hara, but Yetzer HaTov was not in. It only had a place. When he ate the fruit, not the fruit, when he ate the tree, he took that into himself, and that's it. Now Petach HaTov. That's it. Now, from now on, it's part of him. Now, God told him in the beginning, you have to know, if you do that, you have to go to different process totally.
But if she came from him, how did she come from that lower level if she came out of him?
Right?
Yeah. He said, God put him to sleep, took from him.
Now, good. Nice. Don't forget that the Adam, his legs are in Olam HaAsiyah. And he is now in Olam HaYetzirah. When he took her, the bones that's on the side of him, he made her already physically God. When he took the meat from him and made around it, but when he gave her the soul, he gave her only the nefesh, no ruach. He had the ruach. She had the nefesh. But still she was there. She was part of him. Still she didn't have an or be'ayin, only or be'alif. She had everything like him, but she was in the lower case. And then when she made the mistake, fine, God gave them the skin, utanot or, and put them on them, took them down. And that's what they are. Now, is that good or bad? It's bad. Why? Because they lost everything. Now they came to the world, want to see and to work, and etc. etc. And Baruch Hashem, they got 69 kinds of tikkunim to make. Who? Adam, Chava, Nachash, and the earth. Why the earth? What's the earth's fault that Adam did that? The answer is that the earth is the source of Adam. Adam came from the earth. ויצר השם אלוקים את האדם עפר מן האדמה. Now he gives them a punishment. That's it. You did something you're not supposed to do. Now you have to fix yourself.
Still, the women today, they have only nefesh.
No.
Good question.
The wives, I want to say wives, easier for me.
Okay.
If you want to say woman, it's fine.
Okay.
They have the same part as the husband. They are part of the husband.
When the husband get the ruach
She will
neshama,
get it.
she get the same time that he get in the Lumud Torah and that.
Yes.
So that's a question. Because if the husband is tzaddik, then the wife gets B'siyata Dishma, also Holy Soul, Holy Spirit, and such. But if the woman is tzaddikah and the husband is not tzaddik, she gets from the other side like him. Because you said what he has, she has. If the husband, for example, doesn't keep mitzvot and the woman is tzaddikah, she
Start tshuva.
keeps tzniut, 3 mitzvot of a woman, she keeps Shabbat, she gets a Holy Spirit, and he gets whatever he deserves, whatever. My question, you said that they get the same.
I will ask you a question. I'm not expecting an answer, but I don't want to lead you to a mistake. I'll ask a question, I will answer. When the women die, are they going to heaven or they are going to hell? Are they going to judge them exactly as we are going to judge the men? Are they coming here because they have a tikkunim to do in this world? Are they coming by themselves because they have a mission to do for themselves by themselves?
Depends on the
The
madrega.
answer is no.
She came for the man.
She is coming only for him. When he is coming, she is coming. She has nothing to do here.
So she gets
She
only
already
sahar.
finished everything. So if my wife is nervous, it's because of me.
How we say this? If you say the mistake is of the wife, she taken from the Etzadat. How you say
No,
now?
forget that. Now we are in a different situation.
There's a question. It
Now,
says,
in this
Now
world.
how is the איך זה השתנה?
And because we came to this world to be able to, and at that stage, God gave him a mission to be able to try to get out, not to be close to the mistakes. And he brought him for that reason. And he's supposed to keep himself and keep his words, which he didn't. So he gave them a way to help him. But in the end, he didn't done what he's supposed to do. That by the way, was Yehuda's mission. Yehuda came to here to fix Adam HaRishon mistakes.
When did the women finish all these neshamas of women? Further, why are they getting off so easy? And when did they finish this tikkun that they're only coming back now
They
for
don't
us?
have tikkun at all. They finished already, a long time ago.
in Har Sinai?
It's
Eh,
only ours.
I mean, they finished by Chava or they finished by Sarah? Or they
Har
finished
Sinai,
by...
probably, in Har
No,
Sinai.
they finished by Chava.
Wow.
Then why Hashem said when you give birth it will be painful?
Yeah, she got kids.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Why did Hashem then say when she gives birth it will be painful? If she finished the tikkun, why can't she have a child now without pain?
No, I didn't understand.
The klala of the
The
עונש,
punishment.
sorry, the עונש
למה יש לה
שבחווה.
Okay.
היא כבר עשתה כל מה יש לעשות.
Fine. The key for that is this is not a tikkun. that's a way of suffering for something that she did before without thinking ahead. It's mean what?
שוגג, שגגה.
What?
זה שגגה או מזיד?
No. This is the question. I'm not going there to be Shnagal with it. The point of looking at that is saying, when she took the tree and looked there and said, oh, how beautiful is the tree, how we can be smart, how beautiful for the eye, she's supposed to be able to control herself. And he said, Chava, stop. Stop, don't go there. It's not for you. You're going to hurt your husband. God told you already, she knew already, if your husband will eat it, it's going to be wrong. But you have a responsibility for that. It's not going, she's going to make it. So she said, God, fine. Anytime, and if you're going to bring someone to this world, that is going to fix this world. Because they're not doing, they're not fixing them. The women are not fixing the world. We are doing that. So anytime you're going to bring someone to fix this world, you're going to suffer. And the same suffering you get your husband to do, you're going to suffer. This is midah keneged midah.
So the woman is only punished just because
It's a
הדין של המחטיא, because her husband is still being punished, so she is still being punished.
Each
But she
one,
for itself,
I don't want to say punished. Each one got his tikkun. She got her tikkun, and he got his tikkun, and then Achaz got his tikkun, and the earth got his tikkun. Totally 69. That's it.
But
my
she's
question
finished
is
with
like
hers.
כתוב
But
על
she's
האדמה.
finished with hers.
What did finish with?
Tikkun, you said the woman's finished with her tikkun?
Yeah, but it's not a question that this, he's coming not from that. When this tikkun will finish,
By
Bezrat
Moshiach.
Hashem, when we go back there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know when, but when it's going.
My question is like this, כתוב, that הקדוש ברוך הוא commanded the earth to make עץ פרי עושה פרי, נכון? That she make a tree, עץ פרי, that is like the fruit itself. And she, as I understand, I heard it from one shiur, that the earth did a tree that has fruits in it, but the tree itself is a tree, not a fruit. עץ פרי עושה פרי, למיניהו. שהעץ עצמו הוא גם פרי, והאדמה הוציאה עץ ופרי. מכאן שהאדמה, שהיא לא שמעה לציווי השם, גם האדם שהוא נוצר ממנו.
אנחנו לא מסתכלים על זה ככה, מסתכלים על זה בצורה אחרת, הרבה נוערים מרחיבים את הלשון. עכשיו, הלשון הייתה, אבל עוד פעם זה מדרש שאומר עץ פרי, זאת אומרת שלעץ היה טעם של פרי. והם פחדו העצים שהאדם יאכל את הפירות, יאכל את העץ, והם יתכחדו מן העולם. אז באו לקדוש ברוך הוא ואמרו לו, ואז אמרו, עץ פרי עושה פרי. זה עץ, יש עצים שהם לא של פירות. יש עצי שרד, אקליפטוס, יש לו פירות.
You have trees, but don't have parents.
What's, right, but the bark itself, it said you could eat.
Yeah, it was like that, but that's come from the point, and then they complained to God, and God said, okay, we're changing it, that the trees will not destroy and disappear.
Uh-huh.
So you not eat the tree anymore, you eat
That's
the fruit.
what I came to think, that the land, because it's changed from what Hashem first wanted,
No.
Adam that came from the earth also
No.
changed from
No,
what
no,
Hashem
no.
said.
The earth did exactly what God said.
Uh-huh. So the
No
tree
doubt. So it was their mistake there, and I don't want to go into that, what's happened with Adam, why Adam, but the source, his name. Why? I'll give you another answer for the earth. Why the earth gets punished? We say, when we are doing in this world, anything that we do, are we doing it only for ourselves, or our grandfather is going to suffer from that too? From the good and the bad things, for the mitzvot and for the averot? The answer, yes, we are. For example,
He's suffering?
even,
Oh.
and I'll give you a story for that, a story. But let's go from the good side, and then we'll go to the not nice side. The good side is if my father is passed away and I'm telling Divrei Torah. He's getting benefit from that? Yes. If I make Kaddish, he's getting benefit? Yes. Everything that I do for good is getting benefit. Why? The Zohar says, and I give you this a very nice story. This is no story, it's a very nice point of view to look at that. And we look at that in this point. The Zohar says on Friday, when we are sitting home, and we make our kiddush, and we make our seudah, it's better for us to say Divrei Torah. It's give a lot of compliments and etc. etc. And he described a situation that when we say the Divrei Torah, the whole tzaddikim upstairs coming and taking the grandfathers and the fathers and dancing around the house and say, look on your son or grandson. Look what he is doing, how much Divrei Torah is doing and answering. Did he getting privilege from that? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Did he get all his privilege for his action? He's getting that? The answer is no. He's waiting to see what's happening with us. And the answer and the story is like this, and we study from that. One day, it was a big tzaddik here, he was close to pass away. And everybody knows, and everybody came to visit him. And one of the big rabbis came with his shamash to visit the tzaddik. And the wife was on the back room, but she listened to the conversation. The shamash asked the rabbi, Rabbi, how come God taking this tzaddik from here? We need him here. Why God is taking him? What's the reason? This rabbi had a Ruach HaKodesh, and he said, they need him upstairs for the Beit Din. So why are they taking him? So he said nothing, and they go. The wife started to work and to think. And she caught the shamash and asked him, listen, upstairs there's no new courts. We don't have a bigger population, so we need more courts. How come suddenly they need a new dayan? What's the point? The shamash said, how do I know? I'll ask the rabbi, I'll give you the answer. He went to the rabbi. He said to Rabbi, that's the wife's asking this question. He said the answer is, this dayan that he was there, his tzetzaim, grandchildren, they came off from the way. So they have to take him out from the court. He don't have enough zchuyot to be able to stay there. So they need another dayan.
What's that? Again.
So we have to understand. That's a two-way ticket. אני אגיד את זה בעברית.
תגיד באנגלית.
לא, אפשר לא בעברית.
Can you explain that again, please? Just
You don't understand also.
אני אגיד את זה בעברית. עד איפה הבנתם?
טוב,
לא
על החלק
שמענו פשוט הכל.
את השאלה שהיא שאלה, הוא הולך להסביר. Somebody נמצא למעלה. After he get in דרגה, upstairs.
High degree.
He can get down from דרגה?
Sure.
How?
Sure. If his children is going down from the darga,
No, you're afraid.
Yeah?
No, how can it be?
Because the children make not good things.
Because let's do it in this one.
Until how long? Just his children or grandchildren? How?
Yeah.
Grandchildren.
Until the grandchildren anymore?
Grandchildren.
But how long does it go to?
To the fourth generation.
At Sof Theros?
Fourth
Generation.
הוא שכתוב, יעקב אבינו said, בסודם אל תבוא נפשי. יעקב אבינו said to הבת קורח ועדתו בסודם אל תבוא נפשי. That they are fourth generation of יעקב אבינו, no, third, fourth generation of יעקב אבינו. You said that their chet of מחלוקת would not reach him in שמיים, no? יש משהו כזה? יעקב אבינו said, בסודם אל תבוא נפשי. That their מחלוקת, their concept of that what they can
I
see.
don't go there.
you can-
For us, for us is the point to be able to understand. Let's put it in I will tell you another one.
The Zohar said this?
I'm sorry?
Till for Doiris, the Zohar
Yes.
said it?
Yes.
Where?
In I think it was Vaychi.
Achi.
Yes. And the key for us to understand it. If I'm by the Gemara, I have responsibility to my kids. I have to teach him a profession. I have to that he will get married, and I have that he's going to bring the children. This is my responsibility as a father. We are this generation. I come to my son. I tell him, get married. No, I don't like it. Get married. I don't want to. Please get married. No, I want to be I'm sorry, homosexual. Okay? Why it's my fault? Okay, get married. You don't want to bring children. You don't want to. I can force him. But I'm going to push him inside. What to do? Why I am responsible that you don't want to bring children? What's my responsibility? What do you want from me? What is my fault? You don't want to make it. It's my fault? Yes, it's your fault.
But you place in
What?
a mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah, you can force it. But then what? The answer is, if I treat my house that it's going to be a family house, and I bring children home, and he grow up like that, and the family will be warm, he's going to have a wishes to have kids? Absolutely. But if I will hit my kids, and I'll shout on them all day, and I'll treat them badly, is he going to have kids? No way. No, I don't want to be like this. And I had once a couple Haredi came to me, shaking. Right? So what's happened? So we have a problem. So what's the problem? Our son is 20 years old. Now he decided to be homosexual. We can't accept it. We want to do this and that and that and that. Stop. I don't know them. I checked and I said, listen, this is your fault. He said, our fault? What do you want from us? We didn't do nothing. I said, I tell you the truth. I was like, I had the te'uzah, like, I was not ashamed. I don't know where I got this power. If I was instead of him, I don't want to get married with a wife like you. I don't want to have a wife like you, like his mother. I don't. So why saying that? Because the way that you're talking to your husband, the way that you treat your husband, what he think? All the wives is like you, because you are his mother. So you are the macho, you are the one that he wanted to have a wife like yours, and he said, this one I don't want to. It's better that I have one like my father, I can live with him. But like something like you, no way, no, it's not for me. And I told him it's the same thing is going to be with the daughters. Your daughter will come with a few months to you and she will tell you she wants to be lesbian, the one. So it's the same thing. She don't want to have a husband like you. She wants to have a friend or a wife like his mother. And that's exactly what happened. We worked 5 years on the couples to fix the house. It took in the beginning like 2 years, but in the end, he came back. And then they fixed the house, they fixed the relationship, start to talk differently, and etc. to fix the house. The way we show them, that's how we lead them. And this is what exactly what Torah is telling us. Don't think that you're single by yourself. When I'm coming and start, I'm starting Amidah. What I'm saying, Elokeinu ve'Elokei Avotenu, Elokei Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. Why suddenly I remember Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov? Why? Who am I to come to God and tell him, God, fix this, give us a refuah, give us everything. Who am I? Do I have zchuyot? Which zchuyot I have? I'm nothing. I hardly have 60 years old. At this, I didn't do nothing. I have zchuyot in the front of God. I said, no, God, don't forget, I have my fathers. They are responsible for me. I got the zchuyot from them. That's where that I'm coming from. This is my source, where I came from. So the same way that I'm getting from them, I'm giving them. It's both ways. One day a lady came to me. She said, Father, Rabbi, I have a problem. I said, why? I'm dreaming my grandmother, my mother, non-stop already awake. Every night she's screaming, coming to me, she's crying, she passed away. She's crying and crying and crying, and I don't know what to do. Wake up in the morning, I'm hysteric and I don't know what to do. Okay, I listened to the story, and I listened to the details of that, and I said, listen, I'm sorry, I'll tell you what the truth is. You do with that whatever you're thinking, but this is my answer to you. Not even an answer, this is my explanation for this situation. Your mother was a big tzadika. She came upstairs and she had 9 kids, 2 boys and 7 girls. And she cannot get her rights. She can see the Gan Eden, she cannot go in because of you. If you want to help her, make a tshuva. Not you, you and your sisters. I'm not talking about the boys, I'm talking about the girls. Tell your sisters, this is what I said. And if you want to know, Bezrat Hashem, you get the answer from your mother. If I'm right or if I'm wrong.
Wow.
Fine. She started to cry, what you want from me? You want to force me to make tshuva? Say, listen, I'm not your rabbi to make tshuva. You want to make it, don't want to make it, it's your account with God. Don't take me there. I'm just telling you what the dream is, what your mother wants from you. Do it or not, it's not my cheshbon, it's yours. I'm not there. I'm just like a missionary, that's all. I give you the message, do it whatever you want. Okay, she went. After a week, she came back. White, like a sea. So what's happened? He said, I have no words. I said, okay, why you came? So I talked to my sisters, and they said they are ready to accept Shabbat, but don't force them for more. I said, listen, what do you want from me? Don't talk to me. You do whatever you think that you want to do. You want to start with Shabbat, God bless you. But she said, 2 days after I came to you, I had a dream. I said, fine, what you had in a dream? He said, my mother came to me, and she told me that whatever you told me, this is what she wants. Now think, what's the result? What the Zohar says. Whatever we do, we give them. If I tried hard, and I could not lead my kids to make tshuva, whose mistake is that? Mine or them? Mine. I have to treat them, I have to lead them, I have to train them, I have to work with them to make a tshuva. This is what I have to do. Even if they are religious, they have to study, to go there. Every step we do, we go deeper and deeper and study. This is what it's supposed to do. If I didn't take them to that direction, it's my mistake. And I have to pay for that. It's not, I can be a big tzaddik. I have one guy, trust me, he is one of the biggest that I know. He knows Torah right and left, up and down, pnimiyut, everything. Waking 3 o'clock in the morning and tell him what is the kavanot of this, and he tell you everything verbally, like, okay, fine. I asked him once, what are you doing Friday? He said, I'm doing Suda with my kids. And after we finish the Suda, I'm running to the shul. I said, why are you running to the shul? Because there is a Shirat HaBakashot. Fine. 13 kids, not one. 13. I said, what the kids? With me. When you have a time to talk with your kids and to work with them and study with them and talk about their wishes, their any Shabbat table you doing with the kids, each one of them said Dvar Torah and say something, and to work with them. Oh, it's important they will hear the Shabbat HaMakashon. And then what? It's the same thing. If we invest with them, you take them where they're supposed to go, we get the benefits. If I don't do that, they come off from the road. It's our mistake. We cannot say that's the key. That's how he came to this world. God brings them here because I have a mission. And my mission is there. And look on Yaakov, Esav, and Yitzchak Avinu. Yaakov was the one who studied Torah all day. Yitzchak Avinu was in heaven, of course he knows everything. By surprise, the Bible says, "Vayohav Yitzchak et Esav." How come? If he's a Ben Torah, and Yaakov is a Ben Torah, he's supposed to love Yaakov, not to love Esav.
צריך לקרב אותו.
He understood his mission. He understood what he's supposed to do. And he left the mission of Rivka to Esav, to Yaakov. He said, fine, anyway Esav is going to decide, he's going to work. I have a time to study with Yaakov. But my mission will be Esav. That's why he came to the world. He have one of the biggest guys that we know that he have Kibud Horei because of Yitzchak, of course. So we understand that every child we bring here, we have responsibility. And we take it with us. Everything that I have, I can say by the Bible side, even spirit things that I have, always, I can say, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, but I'm saying always I blame my grandmother. All the time. She pushed me into the Torah zone. One day, before she passed away, she came to me and said, Yitzchak, listen, remember this and 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 this. Oh, Grandma, what do you want from me? She was religious. She knew the Torah upside down, right and left. Just tell her the beginning of the pasuk. She finished the pasuk and give you mefarshim and give you, and no one teach her. No one, by herself. After she passed away, the big rabbi of the city came, and she came to the Shiva, and we talked. He said, I am surprised for you. No one knows, but I will tell you. I said, what? One day your grandmother came to me. He said, let's make, I will say, tacharut.
Competition?
A competition.
Or contest of names.
By the Torah. He was a big rabbi, studied the yeshiva, and he said, this old woman, what she's talking about. He said that. Of course, it's going to be easy. And let's do it for her, so she'll feel better. He sit with her about 4 hours. She beat him. He said she had the knowledge, and I don't understand from where. She knows the Torah so well, but that's how she was. Before she passed away, she came to me, Yitzchak, remember this and this and this and this and this. Safta, what do you want from me? Why me? Yitzchak, listen, I'm not going to be here. Remember this and this. Okay, I remember what I can say. I'm going to bargain with her. I don't understand even what she told me, but I remember what she said. Can I write it down? He said, no, remember it here. Oh my God, what you have to remember? A big list like this, and I have to remember what she said. He said, remember, you will not forget it, but remember that. Follow me. Fine. I understood only 15 years after she passed away what she told me. And whatever I have is because of that. And I asked her, when she told me, I said, why? He said, my grandfather was like that, and you have to follow him. I didn't do nothing. One day I got whatever I got, and I understood what is this. Because I remember what she told me. And I tried to open everything she told me in my mind. And I understood, slowly. I got into that, and now I understand that everything that I have is the grandfather of my grandmother. And everything comes from her. So I'm asking myself, is that me? Or is that him? It's absolutely me. If I have something in the Zchut Avot, it's not because of who I am, what I did. I'm not zero. So from that point, I'm understanding exactly what you said before. If we do something, we have to lead them. If we take them, we give them, we take from them. This is what exactly what you
What
said.
the grandmother told.
What she told me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you only one thing that I can say, and more than that is more complicated. She told me something to write on silver.
What?
She told me something to write on silver.
Serious,
So-
okay.
And she described it, how to do it, and what to do there. And that's it. Later on, I understood. Nothing more than that. One day, when it's happened, after 15 years, it's come to me back. And I understood what it is. I don't know why, I don't know how, but that's how it came to me. I ran to the silver man.
Wow.
And I told him, do this, do this, do this. And he said, you're crazy. He's not a religious man. I'm not going to do that. No way for me when every morning I go to the mikveh, I'm going to do this. I'm not there. He said, listen, I'm going to pay you. Tell me how much I'm paying. His story. I'm not, it's not nice what I'm saying. He told me the story. And I followed exactly, and I followed what I had from Van Germa. I don't understand nothing in that. I don't know what is that. I have no idea. But that's what I remember. And then it came to me. I said, okay, I'm going to this guy. And he gave me, Baruch Hashem, a chance. His one was very nice. When he gave me and he finished his work, he said, listen, I did what you want, but I have to tell you something. When I put my hand on the silver, I didn't do nothing.
Oh
My hand ran by itself. Everything happened by itself. Even I'm telling you, it's not me. You got the work, it's not me. You see, this is not me. And I can tell you how many people get hairs from that camera. I don't know. I just did what I know my grandmother told me what to do, and I did. I'm like a robot. No more than that. And I did. How many people got Yeshua from that? Thousands. One day, a guy came to me. He was very close to me. He said, "It's like I want to make it." I said, "Please." I know it's not. I know I got it from a grandma, but I'm not sure it's going to work. I don't know. For what I know from my grandma, she told me it's going to work. It's yours. That's what she told me. I'm telling you what she told me. You want to try. He did the same thing and it didn't work. He said, no, you're doing it on purpose. Go outside. I went outside. What do you want? He tried, but it didn't work. Only when I did it, whatever, the way that she said, it worked. So, it's only one part of what everything is there. So, where I come, did I got it for myself? Is that something that I work for that? I got it from them. So, the same way I'm getting, I have to give back. If I don't give them, they will come off from the way that they are. It's not obviously that the place is there, that's it, I'm in heaven now, no one is going to take me out. Stop. Because the source of the mitzvot that they are getting is we. We are the source. And we give them them. If I stop this source and I will destroy this source, I will destroy it.
So I need to look on my 4 doors before me,
4 generations.
4 generations before me, and to see how they was, and I can understand what they was and what I am, and maybe desire to have up there.
But we have 2 problems. It's going to be difficult for you. Because there are too many grandfather from each side is running. You find maybe 50 of them, and you have to understand. So we don't know to whom we are connected. It's not easy, we can't. Unless you have a Ruach HaKodesh
What,
and you
four
go there.
generations?
Huh?
Four generations?
Yes, but I can't, we don't can't. So might be that I'm not saying might be, that I came to this family because I have specific mission and I even don't belong to my own grandfathers. Might be, I have a certain mission that I came only to push my mother to do something or my father to do something, that's it. It's difficult, we can't know the reason why we can eat, but we have to understand there is a relationship between ourselves. We cannot ignore it.
And what do you say about the boys in Bar Mitzvah, ברוך שפטרני בעונשו של זה? Why you bless this prayer? This,
Don't forget that anything that he did until 13 coming on you.
anything, sorry, again?
Anything that he did
Yeah,
until 13 years old, it's your responsibility.
But if you make a tshuva, it's not forever. If you make a tshuva, my son, until 13, is it nimchak?
No, wait. From our point of view, the boy until 13 years old had only a tzara. He had only nefesh. That's it. If you were successful and you treat this Yetzer Hara to act as a Yetzer Tov, you win. You win. This is the key for us.
You win when?
You win.
When?
Already.
Already all the life, all his life? I win until 13?
You win until you win. No, you have to understand what I'm saying. We win. What is our problem? The problem is when the Yetzer Hara is coming, Yetzer Tov is coming. He born with the Yetzer Hara and Nefesh.
Yeah, I understand.
On the 13, he's getting Yetzer Tov, the Ruach, and the part from the grandfather. Another 3. Now there is a fight.
Which grandfather's side? Both?
I don't know any of this.
Oh, same. What you say is the bull. Exactly what you say.
Talk about it.
Exactly what I'm saying. When I'm looking at my son, is exactly what you say.
Oh, it's not me. I'm saying what
Yeah,
it's
okay, you are the shaliach.
Just reading what is there. Now he have 5 parts that they have to settle down. So every day you have a new idea.
Sure.
One day you want like this, second day you want like this. One day the grandfather want, one day the Yetzer Hara want. Yetzer Hara and Tov have big fights. Why? One wants left, one wants left. But if you treat him that Yetzer Hara will behave like Yetzer Tov, it's different. Why? The Yetzer Tov and Hara work together. Because they have the same language. They have the same behavior. More than that, the action and the act between the Ruach and the Nefesh, Yetzer Tov and Hara, everything will be easier. So you win. You're taking a lot. Now, if you have a Yetzer Tov instead of Yetzer Hara until 13, how many mistakes he will do? Nothing. Nothing. So he'll follow you. Unless you want to treat him badly, this I don't know.
So are you saying anything that happens to a child before 13 is not, it's something that there's no, because he only has the Yetzer Hara, he's not accountable or held responsible? Anything that happens has nothing to do with his action? Because there's no Yetzer Tov to fight.
He don't have Yetzer Tov.
He has no choice.
He has no choice, but it is our work. We
So he's going to suffer because of something that I didn't do or did do.
Yes.
For example, tell him the history of Tikkun and Gimel with your daughter, with your son.
Yeah.
It's the best example here.
Yeah.
Tell him that.
Now in English?
Yeah, in English.
It's
Say in English, say in English.
Just
It's okay, I help you.
Okay, in this Sunday, Parashat Bereshit, I start early. מוקדם. I said, בעקבות the rabbi, he said to his grandchild, if you learn in 1 hour Zohar, every 1 hour I pay 3 shekels. After the rabbi said this, his granddaughter, his grandson, learning in 15 hours in a week, and he paid to her. She know מ"ג בעל פה, איך הוא אומר פה?
By heart.
מ"ג מ"ח, פתח אליהו, תיקון למד. Little child, when 8 years.
I go to my children and tell them, if you know מ"ג בעל פה, you get in 100 shekels for one father. Not all of them want. Only one daughter wanted. His name is Mayan Chenya. This is she's name. And she started. She's learning 3 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. And she know a half מ"ג.
By heart.
Half.
By heart.
By half.
בעל פה.
And she come to me, I know a half מ"ג by heart. Send me, get a 50 shekel. Learning more. That's enough. That's do work. My son, after a week, we pray with the rabbi in this Saturday, Parshat Bereshit, in the evening. Ma'ariv, Kabbalat Shabbat, and the grandson of the rabbi say here in the shiur all the tikkunim by heart. All the tikkunim this. My son saw this. He was here, Razel Yosef. And his heart, בלב שלו, I didn't know what happened. קנאת סופרים.
What's קנאת סופרים in English?
Jealous.
Jealous.
סופרים. And I go to my house, we make a kiddush, and I'm going to sleep after the kiddush to rest. And he stay down, go up, he stay down. And he start learning מ"ג. Start learning. He said to himself, if this kid more יותר קטן ממני, and he know this, I want it also. He get money, oh yes, okay. She start learning, and he know only also half after all the tikkun. And my daughter Mayan, it's Tarfaila, and all the time they have Iran after she is screaming about him. This Shabbos is was together. He learned her, she learned with him, and this something.
Not fighting.
Yeah. I'm working in the morning, I go to prayer, back, make a kiddush. In the באמצע kiddush, my daughter, Maya, say to me, Father, here, I have a dream this Shabbos, and in my dream, you make a kiddush in Shabbos like the same now. You make a kiddush, and after the kiddush we go to Limtol Yadayim, and we started to eat the bread. When you started to eat, I hear the shofar, a big shofar, and we look in the windows, and we see the Bet HaMikdash, little bit. And I see the little bit Bet HaMikdash, and it's coming closer and be bigger. We're going out to the Chatzer, and we see the Bet HaMikdash coming, and the sky was open, and Bet HaMikdash going down with fire mukaf be'esh, and it started with little bit.
Fire around.
Yeah, and it's come. When the Bet HaMikdash stopped, the sky was closed. And near the Bet HaMikdash was the Mashiach with the donkey in talit lavan. He's covered with all his face talit lavan, and the talit was mitnofef baruach, בעברית. And after the Mashiach was Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and all the tzaddikim and all of the world, all דורות. כל הצדיקים של כל הדורות היו. And she's telling me it was a big light. A big light on all these the tzaddikim. and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was near the Mashiach. And in Bet HaMikdash יצא כהן גדול, כהן גדול with a par, and סמך את ידיו, אני לא יודע איך הוא סמך את ידיו, put his hand on the par, and after he's going inside to Bet HaMikdash, and after this finished, my daughter, the Rabbi Shimon called her to my daughter, and she come, and she said all the Mem Gimel, and all the Zohar, she tell me, I know over there in the dream, all the Zohar. And my son, she's go first. My son was after he's standing on the side, and she's finished to say the Zohar, to say what did she say. My son after this said.
They see all tzaddikim.
They see all the tzaddikim. They see Bnei Israel coming near the tzaddikim, and they go shura, and they come shura. She tell me maybe it's the shvatim, standing shura, standing like this. Lines.
Coming by lines. All Jewish people.
And she think that the Bnei Israel don't looking on the tzaddikim.
You don't see the tzaddikim.
They don't see the tzaddikim. They saw only the Mashiach and Rabbi Shimon. Not understand. And she looking on this all the tzaddikim and all over what happened there. She and my son. After this, that's it. This is the dream. I think everything. My daughter was bigger. She tell me, she get in. My daughter, after this, my daughter tell me, Father, if you pay this, I'm learning, now the Patach Liah, what do you give me? I tell her 100 shekel, and I ask the rabbi if you want to get also something. She tell me, okay, I'm starting. And she's starting in this Parashat Bereshit, Patach Liah. This is a big dream. I like this coming to the rabbi, running from, not running this Shabbos, yeah, but coming soon to the rabbi to לספר this to the rabbi. It's something.
I give him explanation how we say the old Zohar to Reb Shimon. I don't learn only Tikkun Mem Gimel. Because Tikkun Mem Gimel is like you learn 1,000,000 times the Zohar, because you have 1,000,000 people learning this a lot of times a day. It's like the old Zohar 1,000,000 times, then you say everything okay. By heart.